In the name of Almighty Allah, magnificent and merciful. May peace, blessings and mercy of Almighty Allah be all upon you. I am Dr. Suhaib Mukhtar, and today I am going to talk about World Intellectual Property Organization, WIPO. The first international convention for the promotion and protection of intellectual property came into force in 1883, called Paris Convention 1883. For the promotion and protection of industrial property includes patent, industrial design, trademark, etc. And an international bureau was established under Paris Convention 1883 for promotion and protection of industrial property. Later on, after 3 years, in 1886, Berne Convention came into force for the promotion and protection of literary and artistic work, copyright, and a separate international bureau was also established for promotion and protection of copyright globally. Then in 1891, Madrid Agreement came into force for promotion and protection of industrial property, especially trademark. And after it, in 1893, World Organization was formed, which is the predecessor of World Intellectual Property Organization, and two international bureaus, one established under Paris Convention 1883 and another one established under Berne Convention 1886, combined into United International Bureau for the Protection of Intellectual Property in 1893. Later on, in 1967, WIPO Convention was finalized, which came into force on 26th April 1970 with the establishment of WIPO, World Intellectual Property Organization. 26th April every year is celebrated as WIPO Day each year since 2000, because on 26th April 1970, WIPO Convention 1967 came into force and WIPO formally established, which later on in 1974 gained the status of United Nations Specialized Agency. The legislature of WIPO is General Assembly, which meet once in 2 years, and there is a coordination committee which finalize agenda items for the General Assembly, and there is an executive called International Bureau, which has directorate headed by Director General, who is appointed for 3 years, which further extended to 3 more years, which can be further extended once for 3 more years. And the International Bureau works through executive committee, standing committee and other committees. WIPO is established for the promotion and protection of intellectual property globally. So there are various services of WIPO. There are around 26 international treaties, agreement, conventions solemnized under the umbrella of WIPO. So the various services of WIPO includes international protection of patent under Patent Cooperation Treaty 1970, and for the streamlining of the registration procedure, Patent Law Treaty 2000, and there is International Patent Classification contained in Strasbourg Agreement 1971, which has 8 sections. The International Patent Classification contains 8 sections, includes physics, chemistry, mechanical engineering, textile, electricity, human necessities, transportation and construction, and there are further subdivisions. So the first service which is given by the WIPO is International Patent Protection under Patent Cooperation Treaty 1970. Then there is another service called International Protection of Trademark, which started with Paris Convention 1883, Madrid Agreement 1891, and then Madrid Protocol 1989. Then for the streamlining of the registration procedure, Trademark Law Treaty 1994 and Singapore Treaty on the Law of Trademark 2006, and there is International Classification of Goods and Services, 34 classes of goods and 11 classes of services contained in Nice Agreement 1957, called Nice Classification. Another service of WIPO is International Protection of Geographical Indication under Lisbon Agreement 1958, called Lisbon System, for the promotion and protection of geographical indication globally, especially in member countries of Lisbon Agreement, those who have signed and ratified the Lisbon Agreement. Then another service of WIPO is International Protection of Industrial Design under Hague Agreement 1925, and there is a classification of 32 classes of industrial design contained in Locarno Agreement 1968. And lastly, there is a separate international organization or international body established under International Convention for the Protection of New Varieties of Plants 1961, for the promotion and protection of plant breeders' rights. And then there is another service of WIPO called Arbitration and Mediation Center, or the service which is given under Arbitration and Mediation Center, which was established in 1994, and any intellectual property related dispute can be referred to Arbitration and Mediation Center of WIPO. So this is the summary of what the WIPO is and the main services of WIPO. So I hope you understood. Thank you very much.